doesn't matter the age. This Sunday, the TTOC Going for Gold Foundation will be having their annual walk from Freeport to Port of Spain. It's the 10th Gold Foundation walk. And joining us in studio, we have this morning none other than Brian Lewis, former president of the TTOC, and Anton Lafon, an advocate. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have both of you with us on the show this morning, and this is such an engaging conversation. I'm very excited. So, Brian, let's start with you. Just give us a little bit of background into the Gold Foundation and this walk.
Okay, so it was originally known as the TTOC 10 Gold by 2024 Athlete Welfare and Preparation Fund, and it was launched in December 2014. The first time we decided to do the walk was to enter the Trinidad and Tobago International Marathon in 2015 to raise awareness, funds, and bring to the people of Trinidad and Tobago the consciousness of the importance of providing ongoing, sustainable support for our youth and young people who aspire to win Olympic gold medals. So, started the walk in 2015, 25th of January to be exact, and this year is the 10th walk.
And so, since 2015 to now, annually, we've seen people meet us in Mary's Junction
yes.
and come up to Harvard.
No, it used to end wherever the marathon ended,
Okay.
but the marathon has been pushed back to March by the Trinidad and Tobago International Marathon Committee, which is chaired by Diane Henderson, who is also the current TTOC president. So we decided to still do it on the traditional third Sunday in January, which is this Sunday. So every year, since 2015, a small and core group of walkers will walk 26 miles in support of the youth and young people who aspire to win Olympic gold.
And one of those people is here with us in studio this morning, Anton Lafon. Good morning again and welcome.
Morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you with us. Tell us a little bit about your experience. You've been doing this for the past 10 years.
To be honest, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, a physical challenge, but especially when you're getting younger,
Yes.
you have to face the advocacy of striving in that department. But during the marathon, I continue to say that you have to have a level of dedication,
Right.
and you have to be concerned about your health, because 26.2 miles could do a fair bit of damage if you're not taking care of yourself. You can't just spring it upon yourself and say, I want to do a marathon. No, you have to prepare properly. So in concluding the whole area of the marathon, it is a challenge, and you have to be able to do it with a level amount of seriousness.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be serious about it, and the benefits will flow.
Oh, definitely. We're going to come back to you and talk about some of those benefits, but Brian, let's come back to you for a moment. So this is happening on the 21st of January. Is this open to the public?
Yeah, but as Anton was saying, it's not everybody want to take on a challenge. So to be honest, within the walk, right? So there's this walk that we call now the walk. It used to be called the marathon walk. We normally have a core group of 25 hardy souls across various sections of the society who will contribute by walking. I must say that, if I look at what has been happening this year, the reality is that, and I'm saying this with great love for Anton and the crew, I'm probably one of the youngest. A lot of them are what you'll consider elders. I'm not going to sell out anybody, but they're in their 70s, right? So last year, for example, we had Derek McIntyre, who was 85.
Wow.
This year we have Richie Rahim, who's 75, and he has been doing it every year for the last 10 years. And there are a number of newcomers, retired people. And I think what is important is that it shows that the elderly or the older generation are committed to supporting the younger generation by doing this work. And whether it is a symbolic effort or not, it's not something that is easy on anybody physically to do. But it is all for the youth and young people. And it's so great. For me, it's exciting to see that generational support, as we choose to call it. It's absolutely fantastic.
It definitely is critical to have that generational support, and thanks to people like yourself who take the time out and are dedicated and clearly trained for this as well.
Definitely.
Now, you mentioned there are some benefits, so let's get those benefits to getting younger.
That is it. You hit the nail on the head. From the marathon, if you continue to do it, you will remain young, and you take care of yourself. And it is one of the benefits of prolonging life.
There we go.
If you take the marathon seriously and your diet is right and you rest long enough,
rest.
you will do a good marathon.
Definitely.
Now there is no guarantee that in any marathon you will not be in pain or you could stop.
Oh gosh, you could stop?
You could stop. It could stop you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee. So when you complete a marathon, you have to give praise and thanks to God.
Oh, and I mean in everything, all the time, the fact that we're here.
Yeah. Well, so I just overemphasize that aspect because I know it's important because a lot of people take it for granted.
Oh, definitely.
But what we have to do is ensure that young people look at it as something that is beneficial, physically, mentally, spiritually. Look at it from that aspect, and you will enjoy it eventually because it becomes a natural part of your life.
And it seems like as well, you all are a family. You can tell from the love as you speak. I can feel that love coming out. I can feel that love coming out of you as well. Now, Brian, you mentioned there's a core group, but I know there are those people who may be interested. If they are interested, how can they get involved?
Okay, so there are some new people coming in. If you're interested, contact TTOC, Olympic House, which is on 104 Woodford Street. You can go ring the bell, beep, beep, and ask for Lovey Santana, either Lovey Santana, Stacy Santana, Risa Grant, or Sophia Sylvester, and they will provide all the information. But the work is just in a couple of days. So if, as Anton was saying, you can't just wake up and decide you're going and walk 26 miles. But because it's not in the marathon this year, to be fair, you can support by joining anywhere along the route.
Oh.
So it starts at St. Mary's Junction, come up the old Southern Main Road, across onto the Eastern Main Road, down into Port of Spain, up Abercrombie Street, Gordon Street, along the Savannah, down Hayden Street, finishing by the Harvard Club on Serpentine Road, where there will be a fundraising bunch. So, it could, and then there's a limited edition jersey that is going real fast.
Okay.
The funny thing about the limited edition jersey, it says on the back, I did it, walk number 10. So there are people who, of course, we're not objecting, who buying it, who not going to do the walk. But I guess when you see them in a couple of weeks, they say, hey, you did the walk. And they say,
I mean, technically, it did say we could meet anywhere. And notice I'm already saying we could meet anywhere and just arrive. But I mean, it's a great initiative that's taking place. Let's talk about the brunch, though, because I'm assuming you just did a walk. You're walking into a brunch. So we're going to be looking at, some kind of relatively healthy options. The brunch is right after the walk,
well,
right?
Let me be honest with you. When you finish 26.2 miles, it don't matter what you eat, you just need to eat. It could be Kentucky, it could be kiss cake, it could be whatever. No point, my apologies. They're not supporting the work. Oh my God, how I made that all. But you could eat anything. So there is this fundraising run because in any event, we usually will have a gathering after the marathon with some refreshments, etc. So the TTOC Gold Foundation just decided, with the support of the TTOC, its mothership, and I have to thank and appreciate Diane Henderson, who even while she was chair of the Trinidad and Tobago International Marathon, allowed these crazy people to walk in her event to support the youth and young people. I can't emphasize that enough. And this is an Olympic year. 24th of July to 11th of August. So the Olympic is going to come into everybody's consciousness. It's just a little bit unfortunate that for most people, and I'm not saying this in any way disrespectful, with a lot of love again, it's a kind of a bandwagon thing. They jump on board once every 4 years. If the athletes do well, fine. If they don't do well, they jump in, they kick up. But the reality is that the athlete needs support every year for 4 years, every day for 4 years, every minute for 4 years, 8 years, 10 years, because it is not easy to win an Olympic gold medal and hear the Trinidad and Tobago Pan Anthem play and see the red, white, and black flag raised in front of billions of viewers around the world. And at the end of the day, Trinidad and Tobago benefits and a lot of people feel good. So it's an important effort in supporting the athletes and sending a message to the youth and young people that they are supported, that they are being encouraged to aspire to dream big and go after big goals, and that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, represented by this crazy group of people who will walk 26.2 miles, starting at 2 a.m.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Let's talk about that
so
for a
we leave
second.
town at 1 a.m. Just think about that. which means you have to go to bed early on Saturday.
Thank you so much for mentioning that, particularly when it comes to the support, because it's definitely something, as you mentioned, no love lost. We do see, I think we're known culturally as well. We like to jump on the bandwagon a little bit. It is what it is, right? But it is something that we definitely need to work on. I would love to get back to that point. But before we get back to that, let's come to you for a second. You will be one of these crazy people leaving town or wherever you're coming from at 1 o'clock in the morning, going down at 2 a.m. or walking up. What is your favorite thing to eat after a marathon?
Food.
But
anytime I don't eat meat as I said, but you see like bananas and watermelon, oranges, all these things. But to be honest, I was taught by a marathon runner that 1 or 2 beers after the marathon will suffice to put back from the hops in the beer. Gives you that, put back that energy in your body.
Okay.
So I will partake in 1 or 2.
Okay, all right, giving us some life advice here, critical life advice this morning on the Now Morning Show.
And what we have to do is be careful. Be careful, because Brian mentioned that you have to go to sleep early.
Right.
I don't know any marathon runner or walker who could go to sleep on the night before a marathon.
Really?
Your mind is on that 26 miles. You might doze off, but to say you sleep the night before. You get your proper sleep the night before, and the actual night, because if you're leaving home 1 o'clock, and you have to go to sleep about 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
So, but you can't sleep. Your mind, you're hyper. Your brain don't be able to. If you only study that your shoes was too tight, or a piece of thread in your vest, that could throw you off completely. But I mean, don't take my words for.
No, I'll try it next year. And I'll tell you.
That's
for sure.
I'll watch you. God's willing, I will watch you.
All right, yeah, man. It's going to happen, definitely. Now, Brian, you did mention support very briefly. Could you share with us any other initiatives that are coming up with the Gold Foundation as we see supporting our athletes?
Where we get support from?
Yeah.
We have Puma, who I could say that they have been a supporter from day one of Team TTO, by the effort, First Citizens, a number of people. And as I said, the effort really is a symbolic effort. I think this small group represents Trinidad and Tobago in displaying support for the athletes. And as the Freetown Collective song that they did, I see Rokas just look up there, I caught his attention, for the Commonwealth Youth Games says, we are ready.
Yes.
We're ready. And we're ready to support the athletes and the youth and young people in this important Olympic year, Paris 2024, down the road, just 6 months away.
Just 6 months away, and just a few days away is a walk from Freeport to Harvard. If you're ready, by all means, go and find out more information, send them an email, and stay tuned, because coming up on the Now Morning Show, we have way more content for you that you don't want to miss.